Simon, you put your hand up first. You get to go first.
Simon, guys, that was a convincing result, a little bit wobbly at times during the course of the game, but how would you sum that up in terms of the way you wanted to start 2019 with what you've got in front of you?
Yeah, I think the most important thing was League of Nations Group A qualification, Gold Cup qualification, but more than anything, giving the fans something to cheer about. I think that's always important when these fans come out, 17,000 of them. They all want to make sure that they're going home happy, and I think the boys achieved that today. At times when the football was just awesome to watch, and I think we gave them a goal, to be fair, and don't underestimate the quality of that opponent as well. That's actually a decent opponent in this Nations League. So you look at teams like Jamaica and El Salvador that have actually struggled, and Canada played 4-1 for nearly 5 clean sheets in a row for Canada. We were so close, but all in all, proud of the boys. We asked for a real purpose in their intent today. Those games, it's easy just to lose your focus and lose your rhythm, but I thought they were great. Really happy.
Tiba, just from playing at home, tell us how special it is always to come home to Canada, play a home international match, win in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, it's always something that I think not only me, but the whole team, we look forward to doing, coming home. It's been in our heads for a few months now that we're coming here to play in Vancouver, so you get that special feeling, the fans, they always get behind us in numbers, and yeah, we wanted to go out there and just put on a show for them, score some goals, be creative, express ourselves, and I think we all did that. We're excited to play today, and that came out on the pitch. I think we showed the joy that we have playing here in front of these fans here, so it's always a great feeling for myself and for the team.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello, John and Activa. Congratulations for your victory. This is Alex Mejia for Spanish outlet Deportes Hoy Canada. So, John, in regards to your Gold Cup roster and the next matches of the Nations League in September and October, will you consider CPL players based on the fact that the Gold Cup overlaps with both tournaments, and also knowing this is the first CPL tournament in history? Thank you.
I think firstly, it's just super exciting that there is a CPL competition going on. I think the country are getting excited. I think the national team have got a big part of that. The fact we're out in BC and promoting the game here, I think it's crucial. So I think all of us internally just know how important that program is for the growth of our country and for the opportunities for those players that are just looking for opportunity to keep going. If you're asking about Gold Cup rosters, I'm not looking that far ahead yet. I'm going to enjoy this moment with Atiba and the boys and see my family tomorrow, and then get back on that climb and see if we can get this team ready for Gold Cup.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There.
Yeah, John, Manuel back from Pro Soccer USA. Jonathan David was absolutely outstanding today. How excited are you to see him in a partnership with Alphonso Davies once he's fit again?
Yeah, look, to be fair though, Jonathan did well today. It was hard to pick him out as a man of the match, but I think with his youth, you do actually give him that extra credit, because the kid is only 18 and we've seen his qualities. He's got more game time in professional leagues in Europe, and I think as Atiba knows and he can attest to in his story, it's important. Well, that level there, it's just that little bit faster, you have to be that smarter. But we've seen Jonathan progress now as well. There's a maturity in his defensive work, and I thought he was outstanding at that today. You can all get excited about his attacking, but the big box he ticked today was his commitment to stay tight and defend and help the team out. So I just got to salute. I thought all the boys had moments where you just seen some fantastic stuff. Whether it was Daniel Henry flicking, scooping balls over players' heads and back heels on the edge of his 18-yard box, I thought there was some terrific stuff.
John Corey from TSN Radio. Obviously a fantastic result, 4-1. A fantastic result, 4-1. And nothing, not to take anything away from the opponent, but there probably will be more stern challenges coming up in your future. What areas do you think there could be for improvement in your squad?
Well, I think we're still growing as a team. That's part of it. You know, we're growing in. There was definitely an improvement this camp in certain areas. There's been some improvement off the pitch in terms of the leadership group and what their roles been. So there's always growth, and this is what's great working with guys like Atiba. They're so open-minded. You know, even at the age he's at, he's just looking for improvement. He's looking for areas to keep going. So we know there's improvement. I thought we were, when they stepped that high press, you know, we didn't really react to that as well as I wanted to see. But at the same time, we haven't worked on it. We've been dealing with teams that have thrown out a low block. You know, and that's the CONCACAF Nations League. That's the format of that tournament. So we've had a lot of work on those teams that will defend deep and allow you the possession. That next stage of our work is coming. We'll have some tough matches in preparation, hopefully for the Gold Cup, and then Gold Cup we'll hit the ground running. We have to. So yeah, some work to do.
John, Sportsway Media, Steve Erickson. Quick question, John. You'd made mention about the fact that you like what the youth is bringing to the game. Two parts. One for you, is this what we'd like to see for the youth coming up, and does this sort of show that our youth, our minor program is on the growth in the country of Canada? And for TV, how does this put pressure on you as an older one, not negative, but you as a leader helping the young kids come advance as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this. I've been in the job for a year and got a better sense. I think we do a lot of things well in Canada, and I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. But I think the youth in our system, the MLS academies, have started to provide a more deliberate platform for players' development between the ages of 12 and 16. I think some of our grassroots clubs do a good job. That's the volunteer coaches that are out there. So, I think one of our biggest challenges is that kids with double passports, because it's a big immigrant population. They go other places, but we're starting to stop that. I think Alfonso sent a big message, and Stefano Stacchio, Palu Tabla, they all sent big messages to kids to be part of something. And now they're seeing these kids get an opportunity, and they get a chance to play with Atiba Hutchinson. So I just think there's a different mindset starting to form in our country, particularly with 2026. I mean, that's what this organisation did to bring that World Cup year. That's a game changer in terms of ensuring parents and coaches and agents tell the kids that they could be playing in a home World Cup. That's like a dream come true for many. So yeah, I think our country's doing a good job, but I think we've got a lot more to do. And hopefully CPL will help us with that.
Yeah. Well, for me, as a veteran in the team, one with more experience, all I can do is just try to talk to them as much as I can, try to share with them the experiences that I've been through, what I've seen. A lot of them are young players and playing with some big clubs. So the confidence and everything is there. They don't really need me to be pushing them in that sense. So just talking to them, on and off the field, being as much of a leader as possible. I think like I said, these guys they're so talented. What they do on the pitch, it will always come out and show. We'll all be able to see that. But yeah, there's some places with playing with Canada, going in some difficult places they haven't maybe seen before. So if I could just shed some of that light to them, I think that could help.
I think it's a mark of this fellow here. Like he creates a culture that allows these kids to be free and to play and to enjoy their time with us. There isn't that what you think in the pressure of worrying about his shirt. There's a couple of them. They lift these kids up, and I think that's why they're doing so well.
John, from talking to the players this week, a lot of them have talked about the Gold Cup, how well Canada can do. Some of them have talked about going on to win it. with all respect, that belief, especially on the defensive side, that Canada can go out and compete with these top teams?
On the defensive side, you see. So I think, firstly, when you talk about the step up in class, you look at what French Guiana did in that last Gold Cup. They were competitive, very competitive. So I think there is that reality check of, these teams we play, they're not that far away. So I think just give the credit to the guys that have put on a hell of a performance out there. I think on the other side, there is a step up coming. We know that. And defensively, we aren't going to focus on, well, is that the issue? We know tournaments, back fours and goalkeepers win tournaments. And we've got to keep instilling the belief in those people. And that's the way we do it. I mean, we'll keep believing in that back four. We've got the talent in the front line. So if you ask us, that question, can that defence be a defence that holds up in a Gold Cup in the step of class? We'll get them there. And they're ready to go there. And if you ask them the question, they're going to say, hell yeah. That's simple. So, we'll keep pushing.
John, really quick one for the fans here in Vancouver and the Whitecaps beat reporters in and amongst us as well. Any update on Russell Tybert's condition? Looked like he took a bit of a shoulder bump there at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was a real shame. He's had a bit of a tough run recently. So, the medical team will be assessing it. I'm not actually sure, what happened. I've not had a chance to assess that. We'll be going back in the hotel, and I'm sure that information will come out pretty quickly. But, fair play to Rusty. He tried to get back in there. So. Let's see tomorrow, and hopefully for the Whitecaps, who've been awesome this week, giving us their facility, he's able to get back on the field.
Hi guys. First of all, congratulations on your win. I'm Nancy Herrera from Net Deportes and Net Radio Online. As a Mexican, I see that it's not really common that you have most of the referees from Mexico. So as a Mexican, I feel very proud. And then how does it feel working with this Mexican team?
With the Mexican referees?
Referees, yes.
I think they refed a good game. I think it was a fair game for both teams. So yeah, I don't know. I think nobody really had any complaints. There wasn't any major calls to make. So luckily, and I think everybody was pleased with the rest.
In my years, we haven't had a question about the referees at a press conference. Well done. Our referee department will be very happy to know that.
Very proud.
Well answered, Atiba. Okay, we're going to try to wrap it up, but do we have anything left to add, Simon? Yeah.
Just following on from what Michael sort of talked from the defensive side, there was impressive things here from both of you. Maybe start with John about the way that you attacked and scored goals, but the equally, not just when the opposition gets better that you have to defend, but the cutting edge to score when you get your chances has really got to be there. And do you feel that you've made some progress there, but how much more room do you think you're going to need to improve to make sure that when you got your chances in bigger games against bigger opposition, you can really take them? Because that's also another major part of it at this level.
Look, I don't think, and this is to give credit to those that have came before us in the team, that that they were at a Gold Cup in 2017 and were able to take their chances and defended very resiliently in that Gold Cup from what I could see. So I think it's not like a ground zero starting point. I think for this team, we've just been adding new aspects to it and blooding some young players in games that we can. So I think these guys know what it's going to take. There's not really too many spring chickens in that team. When you look at the core of Scott Arfields and Atiba Hutchinsons, they've been around the block. They've seen it. Jonathan Azarios, Sammy Pietz, they've seen it. They know what to expect. So when those moments come, I know that what we have got is a group of leaders that can really rise up. And as you've already highlighted, I think there's a cutting edge to our talent now. I think there's, that attacking line, there's a real edge to it, a real edge. So.
Yeah, I agree with John. I think more than anything, we're excited to go up and play against some better opponents in the Gold Cup. We have a team that's been creating a lot of chances in every one of the games we've been playing over the last year. So that's not something we're really worried about. I think when those games come around, we'll be confident, and I think we'll just continue to express ourselves. We've played in games like today in the past where we wouldn't create as many chances as we did today. So there's a lot of positives in the way that we go out and attack. So yeah, like I said, it's more about the excitement. I think we're all looking forward to getting the Gold Cup on the road.
And probably last question.
Marvin from Hiscan Media. Akiwa, can you share with us what's it like in the dressing room, like the vibe? Because there was a lot of talk going into this that the group of guys is excited. There's just a new feeling in the dressing room, and you guys look like you were having fun out there. So I think that comes through chemistry. We're all excited about the display that you guys put out there. We just want to know what's it like in the dressing room here.
It's amazing. Everybody's very tight. Everybody's on the same page, and like you said, the chemistry is very high with this group of guys. On and off the field. There's just a special thing that's going on in the team, and I think you can see it out on the pitch. The way we go out and play together, and we've really got our backs in everything that we're going out there and doing. Everybody's supporting each other, whether times are going good or bad. So that's something that we're really focused on. Always being there for everybody on the pitch, and just having each other's back.
Thank you. So for everybody's reference, the draw will be held this Wednesday, and for the next round, and we will find out our schedule at that time. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you to Coach Herdman and Atiba for taking the time to speak with us. Thank you.
Thank you.